Alright, with what is happening now, it still shows that the APC are still afraid of the strength of the opposition. Meanwhile, the INEC are still showing how biased they can be in making decisions. Please, I would love you to stay tuned to watch this video to the end so that you will understand what problem that the ADC might be facing, why Peter Obi and the likes of Kwankwaso and Atiku and Amechi might likely decamp from the ADC to another party where they will be, contesting on the 2027 general election. Please sit tight to watch this video to the end. If this is your first time coming across our channel, welcome to NAIJA Prince News. Please do us a favor by clicking on your subscribe button just to encourage and support us, and don't forget to on your notification bell.
One thing I can guarantee is that we will contest the 2027 election.
On the ADC platform?
We will contest the 2027
on the
election
ADC platform?
on the ADC platform.
How do you want to do that? Should I do the permutation for you, sir? Should I give you a quick summary?
Hang on, Sheol. Regardless of what has happened to Nigeria, we are confident, we still have confidence in the judiciary. And we believe that we have a slam dunk case. And we believe that if we are granted the accelerated hearing today and the court seats, we are confident that justice will be done. We have no doubt in our mind about that. While we are preparing for the best, while we are hoping for the best, we are also preparing for the worst. What that worst case scenario is, I will not tell you. But what we will not do is to roll over and die. Because to give up, to roll over, is to be complicit in the destruction of Nigeria's multi-party democracy. And we will not be complicit.
Is there anything wrong with Nigerian multi-party? Is there anything?
Of course.
Is it?
I know you're just playing the devil's advocate.
No, but I'm asking.
Because the handwriting is very clear.
You have almost 20 or more political parties in Nigeria.
Come on. You see, all those other countries where you say they have one party state, it's not that there are not other political parties. You see all these small political parties hanging around, that they call and give money, just like many of these political parties have been. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to real electoral contest in Nigeria, even if we have like 30 political parties, it comes down to 2-3 political parties at the end of the day. Now, when you have destroyed all the political parties that are likely to pose any challenge, any real challenge at the election, and what you are left with are these small political parties that are not likely to even field presidential candidate or who have never won one councillorship election, and you say, oh, we have multi-party democracy. That is pseudo multi-party democracy. That is false democracy. And we are saying, in the African Democratic Congress, we are saying Nigeria will not become a one-party state in our generation. We will do everything within the law to resist it. If we move to another party tomorrow, the same dark hands that destabilize all the other political parties will creep into that space as well.
Who is this dark hand?
It is the ruling party.
Do you have evidence? Or you just making...
Let me ask you a question. You asked me if I have evidence, and some other people have asked me, what evidence do you have? Have you ever seen a witch that has blood on her mouth? But since this issue of Nabil Balagombe happened, who has been celebrating it? I've listened to the spokespersons of the government. They've been talking as if they were lawyers to Nabil Gombe. Bayo Ononuga actually tweeted Nabil Gombe as the national chairman of PDP. So it is the same agenda. They want a situation whereby when we arrive in 2027, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be the only viable contestant. This is the agenda. It is the reason they decapitated the PDP. Now made it an appendage of the ruling party now. It is the reason they destabilized the Labour Party. It's the reason they destroyed NNPP. It is the reason they all the SDP. It's the reason they did all this. Now, when we started the coalition, don't forget, it is the destruction and destabilization of these other political parties that brought the coalition leaders together. So that just like you are advising, let's find alternative elsewhere. Don't let us be bogged down by this instability and uncertainty. Then we moved to say, okay, we did our due diligence and we made sure we crossed. It took 15 months to dot every I's and cross every T's. Then we arrived here At the beginning, they say, oh, those people, their ambition will scatter them. Oh, they are not serious people. They are disgruntled, power-drunk people. Then they began to see that we're making progress. Then the final straw that broke the camel's back in their reckoning was when they saw the mammoth crowd that welcomed us in Kano. They panicked at that moment, and they felt that they needed to do something. This ADC is no longer a party they could ignore. Then they panicked, and they began to do.
I believe in the character of Peter Obi. I know he's an uncommon politician, miles ahead of the peers with whom he struggles.
You know him well?
Let me put it this way. A person is as much of a problem for the Tinubu hegemony as Peter has been. And the EFCC has not managed to invite him to carry him. The DSS has no business calling him to order. ICPC has not sent him an invitation. And you are dealing with a system that is extremely vindictive. Bola Tinubu is by far one of the most vindictive of politicians, and he doesn't monkey about with power. He uses power. If he has an hammer with which to kill a fly, he wouldn't use a broom. And yet, they are looking at Peter Obi. They can't call him to come and answer one case or the other.
Perhaps they are waiting for the right time.
When would the right time now come? This man has been the biggest bone in their throat for a few years now, and they find nothing to call him, to hang on him. He's no saint, and I don't expect him to be one. I'm not one, but I do have a lot of respect for a man that can keep his head high in the midst of all this madness. Malami bleated. They caged him. The ruffian of Kaduna, that midget, the hellish midget, he spoke. They are already looking to cage him.
Can they cage him, Erufai?
If he has done anything deserving of being caged, I'll be the first to supply the padlock. But Peter Obi is there, he's walking around free, and they can't do jack to him. That should tell you something. If it's only because of that, it should be applauded. If I'm going to vote in the coming election, which I already seriously doubt, but if I will vote, if situations remain as they are, and Peter Obi is on the ballot, I'll vote for him.
Why not Showore?
The question is this: what am I engaging with? Am I engaging with persons, or am I engaging with programs? Showore, you ask, is he running as a politician, or is he looking to crystallize a revolution? If he's running as a politician, it means he's playing politics, right? How well has he positioned his party? Can I take him serious as a political candidate? Has he sold? What are the programs that he's selling? I admire him as a person. I respect his doggedness. But when it comes to politics, I personally do not believe that even his party takes politics serious.